Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny! All that I am is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything in particular. If anything, Fiora, I was thinking. Thinking about the future that awaits us all.
There it is.
Melia, we're in sight of Alchemoth.
All right, I'm on my way.
Phew. Guess we're still in one piece.
Quite. What in the world was that?
It happened so quickly that I didn't get a good look myself. I saw some flickering around the capital. Then suddenly, a black beam.
A black beam? Some new defensive measure, perhaps. The junks. Can it fly?
Some components sustained heavy damage. It won't budge until we can swap them out.
Right.
It's fine. They're not particularly rare parts. They'll have them in Alchemoth.
You make it sound very simple. Remember, we are still very much in the dark here.
Good thing I came prepared. We'll probably be needing this.
Sister Bon, watch out on right! I take care of it. Kino handle left side. Got you!
Those voices.
Are those? Nene. What are they doing here?
Shulk, we must help them.
Of course.
Interesting start. Gameplay differences. Some elements of this new adventure are very different from the adventure so far. The most major points will be introduced on the following pages. Okay. As you progress through the adventure, instead of chain attacks, you will unlock all new system for performing all-out attacks. What? Oh, why do Bionis and Mechonis have to keep fighting? I have to find out why. You will still require a segment of the gauge to revive fallen allies. In the new adventure, Shulk has lost his power to see visions. This calls for more caution than before when it comes to our enemy's most powerful attacks. Some allies in battle will in ways not present before. The skill tree system has been removed. There are further changes, so keep an eye out for them as you play. What? Alright, I want to play Melia anyways. I like Melia. Wow, I start off level 60? I mean, yeah, that's fair. Can I grab this? It's a high leaf? Hell yeah.
Who next in line to get face full of mild down? Anyone so much as breathe this way, rifle of Kino go blah blah blah.
Kino, Nene, are you hurt?
Let us help too.
Miss Melia, Mr. Shulk. Help very welcome. More is always merrier.
Alright. I like this battle music. Nice.
Big sis, we did it! Job is good one, Kino.
That was amazing, you two. It was like seeing Ryan and Sharla fighting together again.
Just so. Fitting. For children of here upon Ricky's household. No injuries, Kino?
Nene, very, very sorry. Kino, not so good with strangers.
Oh, really? Most interesting.
Please do not take personally.
If we stay here, there is a risk of another attack. We should move to a safer location.
Very well. Is this acceptable?
Plenty acceptable.
Right. Let's go. This place looks promising. We can take a break here.
So tell us, what were you two doing out there? Rather, how did you even get here at all?
About that.
Melia, I think these two must have come on the junks.
What? Are you quite sure, Shulk?
When you consider their relative positions, I think it's quite credible.
The capital, on the Bionis shoulder.
So,
Ah. So that is where the junks comes in then. I appreciate it. But even though we won peace with Zanz's defeat, the rebuilding continues. much remains to be done.
I realize that. And I also know that you've been putting in every effort.
So why then?
If the capital is on the shoulder, there are people there. I thought you'd want to go.
Shulk. That's...
We could be there and back in less than half a day.
Mama? Me. Kino, maybe better to explain. Mama, we're just on a little stroll when we suddenly hear voices. Now, Kino. Nene watch Kino with eyes of Rogel. Kino, follow Mr. Shulk from behind and do some sneak peekings. Mama, Sister Pon followed Kino and sneak peek on too. Meh.
So you stowed away like I thought. But what for?
Kino always look up to Dadapon. Want to become mighty Heropon too.
I'm certain Ricky would be most proud. But how did that lead to you boarding our vessel?
He see opportunity to help people who in trouble. That way can become friends with people everywhere. Mighty Heropon make friends with every toe step. Or so Dadapon say, at least.
I see. That does explain things.
Many sorries. It's not fault of Sister Pon. These not scored Nene. Fault is of Kino only. Kino. Sincere sorries. Kino wanted to repay debt. Dadapon and Momapon take Kino in when Kino all alone.
You were alone?
Is truth. One day, out of blue, Dadapon bring Kino home. Said, here is Brotherpon. That day, nobody made comment. Everyone except Kino. Kino, what happy they could say. That why. That they want to become Heropon and repay debt to family. You're really sorry.
Kino, you do your family honor. Yours is a most noble sentiment. I am utterly certain that Ricky and Oka are proud of you too.
Actually, Melia and I are in a bit of trouble right now. We could use the help.
For really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, if Kino must. You really twist wind.
Glad that Shulk from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Nintendo 3DS coming September 13th, 2014 got his own spin-off game. Thanks, Soccer Guy.
So, we'll be heading for the capital to find parts for the junks.
Yes, about that. It's a bit of a hike, but could we check out that cape?
Explain.
I'm a bit concerned. What you said about defensive measures.
You fear we may come under fire again. Is that it?
Yeah.
It is true. Caution frequently pays off in the long run. The cape it is.
Great. It's settled.
Legend of Heropon Kino! It all starts here! Mahey!
The event theater has been added to the title screen. There you can view any event cutscenes you've previously seen. You can change the following options when viewing an event: weather, time of day, character appearance, and that's about it. Oh, nice. Alright. So what's over here? What are those dialogues? What this mean? A quiet moment? Investigate. Quiet moment. If you don't already meet the conditions, feel free to come back when you do. Oh. I love our flowers.
These flowers, don't they smell heavenly?
Miss Melia is big fan of flowers?
Yes, because of my mother. When I was young, she often asked for my help with the villa's flower beds. How about you, Nene?
Nene also loves flowers very much.
I see. Then we have something in common. Before, when I spoke of them to a Homs friend, she said flowers are nice, but nothing beats a warm dinner. I got no understanding from her. Finally, fate sent me someone I can communicate with.
What Miss Melia say about dinner?
Oh, just talking to myself. The dinner part wasn't really relevant.
But Nene big fan of dinner too. Most of all, pollen orbs from factory in Frontier Village. They so very soft and so yummy scrummy.
Look, that's not... Hold on.
Meme?
When you said you love flowers, did you mean as a foodstuff?
Meh? There is meaning other than?
Ugh, I should have known. You're one of them. Nene, listen. Flowers are not simply special because they can be eaten. We can admire their beauty, or use them to create ornaments and works of art. And that is a great part of their charm.
Ornaments. Meme! Oh yes, Nene remember. Long ago Dadapon make Mamapon flower crown for giver's gift.
Ricky did that. That Nopon has hidden decks. In any case, I would like it if you also had an interest in inedible flowers. If you did, then you too, just like your mother in her own day, may know the joy she felt.
Okay, the next time Nene buy flowers that cannot eat, Nene will make pretty flower crown for Miss Melia.
Huh?
To eyes and Nene, Miss Melia look most bestest in blue. What think?
While I appreciate the offer greatly, weren't you originally of the regarding flowers as food persuasion?
Meh? If you make pollen orbs from not eatable flowers, they bitter and not tasty.
Yes, a fair point. It is just as you say. So Nopon see different but equal value in flowers depending on whether they're edible. Maybe it was foolish in the first place to try and choose only one while discounting the other. Well then, I will humbly accept the sign of your affection.
Nene, roger that.
And yet, why do it for me? Won't Kino and Shulk feel left out?
There is very good reason. Nene just want to see smiling face of Miss Melia, bright as sun rays.
Oh my.
Meme? Something wrong? Nene, not say anything weird?
No, not at all. It was just how sincerely you said it. I should take a leaf out of your book.
Meh?
Precious Nene, I look forward to the gift.
Nene pull out all stops.
Although, I would feel a bit awkward were I the only one to wear one. Why don't we make them together and exchange them afterwards?
Meme? That sound wonder marvelicious. Is deal. No, in fact, is unbreakable promise.
Yes, naturally.
That's a good quiet time. I like that. They're basically their own cutscenes again, too. I swear, Goro. Can you, like, not? No. Stop that. I can't mine. Companion's Cape.
Many bird people here.
Are there really only high Entia living here?
Oh there, strangers.
Oh, hello.
I see. You've had a rough time of it. However, I suggest you steer clear of Alchemoth. Even if you do somehow get there in one piece, don't expect the transporters to be running.
Oh? Why's that?
The thing that shot at you was no defense platform. It was a monster we've taken to calling the Fog King.
The Fog King?
Yeah. Suddenly showed up in Alchemoth a few months back.
From what I gather, you're from the Imperial Guard. Are the swords you carry just for show?
Taking a sword to it is folly. It laughs at our attacks. It's like hacking at smoke. Blows pass clean through it.
Must be Ghost. Ghost not shoot beams, dum-dum.
So that's why you call it the Fog King?
We fought in defense of our home. We were ready to die, and many of us did. But in the end, it won us nothing at all. The Fog King's attacks tore into us hard. Eventually, we gathered the High Entia and anyone else we found, and gave up the capital, so that we might live.
How awful.
My grieving heart belongs there. Our heartland, our capital. Yet I cannot even mourn it.
Maxis,
Huh? Yes?
please, you have to tell us how to get inside.
Shulk, be serious.
Boy, are you hard of hearing?
I heard you.
Then you should know better.
No matter the situation, we have to go. If I fix the junks, we can all leave this place. Then, once we're in Colony 9, we can make plans to retake Alchemoth.
No point.
Why not?
Shulk, do you think we took all that lying down?
Huh?
We're not stupid, you know. We did all we could. It's true. I want to go home. But that's a dream that won't come to pass, and it already cost too many lives.
Maxis.
I understand where you're coming from. Still, I have to be blunt with you. Let it go.
Now what?
Judging from the speech, I can't see us convincing him.
So this means we're stuck here?
Quite a predicament.
I come back
Empress
and see
Melia.
this MF with wings on his head, WTF.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I humbly beg your pardon. Gelgar, at your Majesty's service. Formerly of the Personal Protection Division of the Alchemoth Guard Regiment.
Is that so? Then the pardon is mine to beg, Sir Gelgar. And please, dispense with the Majesty.
Perish the thought, your Majesty. The recent war has rid us of the wicked purebloods. A new age dawns, and we half-breeds are chosen for its caretakers. With you, Lady Melia, as our shining paragon. I cannot but address you as Majesty.
I have no patience for wheedling. Especially from knaves who spit on their ancestors.
I would never dream of doing such. I merely spoke plain truth, no more.
As you wish. But the Majesty address is burdensome to me.
If you absolutely insist. Until you deign to acquiesce, Lady Melia will have to suffice.
So kind, Sir Gelgar.
Make no mention of it, Lady Melia.
Sir Gelgar, we really need to get to Alchemoth, no matter what.
Ah yes, I have heard your exchange with Maxis. Hindering the Empress's triumph. A narrow-minded fool if ever there was one. To begin the authentication process, one must raise their hand to the transporter. The device is configured in such a way that only some of the High Entier in this land and the Imperial family may pass. Hence, Lady Melia should not have the slightest issue activating it.
A similar mechanism to the tombs, then?
That's our ticket into Alchemoth.
Yes.
Tasty news! Friend Galgar is good friend! Kind thanks, Birdmister.
Not at all. I am but a humble servant in Lady Melia's employ. If it not displease my ladyship too grossly, may I offer you my companionship on your journey? I have a modicum of skill with the blade. Please rest assured.
I appreciate the offer, but must refuse. We do not lack for strength.
Indeed. A great shame. Should the need arise, I shall remain ready to serve.
Certainly. By the way, Sir Galgar, this outpost appears to consist of naught but soldiers. Where might all the other refugees reside?
They dwell beyond the Grandel ramparts, which lie below this point.
They live at a remove from you, then?
Yes, because of the Machina who live there.
What do you mean?
Might you have forgotten? When the war broke out, it was the Machina's treachery that lit the fuse. Were it not for them, we needn't have lost our brethren and our home.
You couldn't stand the Machina and thus moved away?
Precisely.
But the war is concluded, Sir Gelgar.
Some simply cannot let go so easily.
Melia, shall we go see for ourselves?
Ah, yes. Very well. Sir Gelgar, we will take our leave of you now.
Do please take care of yourselves. You'll find passage to the capital through the Cragmore Caverns.
Sir Gelgar, thanks for this.
See you friend later. Please to be extra careful of self.
The same to you all.
Dude is giving off villain vibes. You can buy weapons and armor in shops to help your journey go smoother. In this chapter of your adventure, you will not find armor among the spoils for defeating monsters, but you may find weapons that differ from what shops have to offer. There's no lack of people having problems on the Bionis' shoulder. Through completing the quests they give you, you will obtain rewards such as money and equipment in new color variations, suitable for use as cosmetics. Alright, might as well grab a bunch of quests. Alright, mine actual gems. Oh! as you progress through the story, a more efficient ether pick. Oh. So this is how we get gems. Interesting. Oh, what's all that? All grown up.
Brother, sister pon. Hope they're not giving Mama pon too much trouble buckets.
Nene, there you are.
Something the matter?
Kino's been looking for you. Something about stubbing his toe?
Little pon never change. Nene will rub back later and go, there, there.
You're a good sister, Nene. Or maybe more like a mum. By the way, what were you doing out here, Nene?
Nene been reminiscing about Frontier Village, tiny bit.
I see. So, that's where you were living before?
Yep, in past, Nene always adventure into Magna Forest with brother sister pon and climb trees every day.
I assume you were the responsible one then?
That silly question. Nopon boys all good for nothing lazy bones. It all too much for Mama pon to handle, so Nene have to help take care of brother sister pon and dada pon all full up.
I wonder what Ricky would have to say to that.
Dada pon, after he'd chosen for village hero pon and set off on great adventure with Mr. Shulk, house become total pigsty, hungry little pon underfoot everywhere.
Wow, I had no idea. Wait, was this after Ricky joined us? So that must mean...
Yep, before Nene became friends with Mr. Shulk and friends here. We actually met 1 year ago, back in Frontier Village. Dadapon, stomach rumbly rumbly. Dadapon, need food. Dadapon, give grub.
You're kidding? I'm sorry, I feel kind of bad about this now. Though, in my defense, you've really grown. It's almost like you're a whole different Nopon.
In Nopon biology, age between 10 and 15 often experience growth spurt. That why, when compare Nene now and Nene 1 year ago, it not too surprising if not realize they the same person.
It's still quite a surprise. I never knew that a Nopon could grow that much in a single year.
Now Mr. Shulk can rely on post-growth spurt Nene more than ever.
We can always count on Nopon. Us Homs could learn a lot from you.
But Nene have these moments lately when get teeny bit lonely. Poor Hum-Hum. Mr. Shulk, such chowhound.
I don't think that was me.
Nene prepare some grub, too sweet. Now, Mr. Shulk, go call Kino and Miss Melia and tell to wash up.
Really, that's... We thought she was so grown up for always taking care of Kino. But really, she's just a kid. No wonder she's lonely.
Mr. Shulk, something happened? Tell me too rumbly to move, or what?
Wait, I've got it.
Mama?
I'll round up all the others. Then after, we can all chip in with a meal. It'll be more fun that way.
Mr. Shulk would not say no.
I like the quiet times. Quiet times are pretty good. I don't know what endgame is going to be for this. I'm assuming it might be level like 70 or 80. I mean, I did start at like 60 already, so I wouldn't be surprised if grinding isn't that long. I'll invest as much as I need to. I kind of want to fight some of the uniques to see the challenge. But I like what I have so far. The battle music's pretty good. Interesting plot. I'm assuming the Fog King is the final boss. So Alchemath is going to be the last area that I'm going to be in. Alright. Fight me, bitch. Oh, shit. What? Before friends pass here, pleased to hear story. I sense an ordeal in our immediate future. Meh, gratitude for stopping in tracks. What is matter? Matter is a bit complicated, to be frank. If we can help, we would like to do so. Meh? Although we pretty much only just arrived here, if it's directions you need, we might not be the ones to ask. Issue not about where to go, actually, is about tracking down friends. And they get lost? They're not lost, no. They scattered to designated locations to perform ordered land survey. What point of that? Measuring relative and absolute elevation of terrain, plot distance and other such. Oh no, completely forgot to do mandatory self-intro. Qualified, certified, satisfaction, guarantified. Ponspector Tentu is name. Surveying new lands is game. Pleasure to meet you, Tentu. I'm Shulk, and these are Melia, Nene, and Kino. Pleasure all belong to Tentu. My curiosity is a little piqued. Might I ask what a Ponspector is? Question is extremely well timed. Ponspectors is name of elite unit of Nopon surveyors, and Tentu is one. Nopon from Frontier Village surely hear Ponspector name said in tone of reverence at least once or twice. Sister Pon have any clue? Nene guess Dada Pon might know? Things worse than Tentu thought. A long period of suspended activity was disastrous for brand recognition. Meh, no. Tribulation is only opportunity in full body costume. Go on, Tentu. Have to put best foot forward. Tentu and other Ponspectors actually come to Biona's shoulder to conduct full and complete survey. But Chief Wun, who is brigade leader, forget to inform of rendezvous point. So though Tentu finish own assignment, looks like up creek without paddle. Except all Ponspectors in same boat. Tentu think should probably go look for teammates, but with monsters carpeting land, probably even veteran Ponspector like Tentu have hard time. Apart from yourself, how many members does your team number? Nice round 11. 11? I see. This is a vast land, so searching by yourself certainly seems dangerous. Do you know where your colleagues might have gone? Tend to have couple thinklings. 2 Ponspectors can probably find, then maybe they have clues for other whereabouts. Alrightings, then we go search for first 2. Now wait single minute, Kino. Still plenty of important business we attending to. Tend to not get underfoot, promise. Friends look strong, so thought maybe can go with. That way, if see Ponspectors somewhere along travel path, can help out each other. Is good plan or what? What do you think, Melia? Do you really need to ask, Shulk? Well, we help you look for Ponspector friends. Should really be Miss Melia that say that. Really? Oh boy, tear ducts of Tentu's welling with joy. Thank you, friends. Can you tell us, to the best of your knowledge, where you would expect your colleagues to be? One was in charge of area between crossroads on way to Companion's Cape, all the way to Netherist Necropolis. That one bit of a coward, so Tentu not sure he do survey job properly. Other one was assigned to area past Krogma Caverns, stretching from lake on lefty side to Pillar Knoll. Might be having case of screamy abdabs at an unexpected circumstance, so Tentu would like to put mind at ease. Lest friends think Tentu is some kind of freeloader, let reassure. When push comes to shove, Tentu shove. I feel better already, thank you, Tentu. But of course, Tentu most grateful too. Oh shit. It's its own side quest. Ponspector enabled special attacks. What? The Ponspectors are an elite brand of surveyors from Frontier Village, split between red, blue, and yellow teams. If you can befriend members from all three teams, Shulk and his friends gain access to a new kind of special attack. So try to seek them out wherever possible. What? The full Ponspector Brigade numbers 12 members. When you recruit one, they may tip you off to the location of other members. Locations you've heard of are marked with a map with a... Bling. Ponspectors on the Biome's shoulder have issues they struggle with. Resolve the issues for them to gain their help in your quests. The collectibles section of the main menu, you can access the Ponspector report to learn more about the Ponspectors you have befriended up until that point. So this is where the DLC content comes through. I hate it here. I'm assuming because it's only nighttime. What the fuck? Oh shit! Ah! No, let's get the fuck out of there! Let's get the fuck out of there! No! No! No, fuck that! Fuck that! Fuck that! No! Okay, cool. Ah. Another no pawn! But first, more story.
Alchemoth.
You okay?
Miss Melly, what's wrong? Is tummy hurty?
No, nothing like that. I'm just remembering what we heard at Companion's Cape. I have been mistaken in my thinking. The war is over and peace has been restored. We are rebuilding, slowly but steadily. I'd thought that with peace came happiness. Indeed, that even here, people would embrace it with open arms. But the reality is different.
The wounds have not yet fully healed.
Quite. Those who lost their home. Those seeking the light. Those who bear grudges. Though joy for them is still scarce, I thought only of me.
But you didn't. Not at all. The High Entier of Colony 9. Actually, everyone who remained. You worked hard for them. You, Dunban, and Atharon led by example. Just so that others could smile.
Yes, keep on happy hat. Kino nu stad upon a mama pun, but still full of bones.
Kino.
Exactly. Before, Kino cried every day. Did not even want to go potty alone. Sis! Why you bring that up? They're completely irrelevant to discussion. Embarrass Kino not cheer up, Miss Melly. Agree to disagree. Anyway, cannot abandon hope. Dadapon's words.
Hope.
To become the hope of the High Entier is a fate that you choose for yourself. As long as you remember this, it is certain that you will be worthy of that name.
You are the hope of the High Entier. You will not transform into a Telethia. Even after the Bionis has reawakened, you can still succeed the Imperial line. You have the power to end our suffering.
friends. Thank you. I think I can finally see now what my role here is. Onwards to Alchemoth.
Alright, can I view this one? Life without visions.
Ah, Shulk.
Did something catch your eye? Wow. What a view. It's nice to see the capital like this.
Being able to see it from here, it's enough to make me tense up. In all honesty, it's making me consider my position and standing.
I see.
My brethren, who transformed into Telethia back then, and those who survived, feeling the sadness that seeped into this land. And then, my father and brother's expectations, calling me the hope of the High Entia. I must be an empress worthy of taking on that mantle. But I don't know how. Much as I hate to admit it, I have not been able to find the right answer yet.
Melia.
Shulk, you of all people must surely understand. You who secured a future for all of us in that decisive battle.
You know, I've been thinking a lot lately about what my visions were.
Oh?
The future that Zanza wanted. That was certainly one of the things I saw. But we fought to deny that future. And in doing so, forged our own path. That's part of it too. But now that I can no longer see them, I find myself doubting. Were we really actually determining our own fate all along?
Well, it's a good question. But look, you have saved me more times than I can count. That did not come about because of your visions. You used your own judgment, and you chose to act, did you not? And thanks to that, I believe I've grown as an individual as well. I hardly think I said anything funny.
I'm sorry. You're right. I want my actions to have meaning too. Not to craft Zanza's future, nor defy him and bend the world to a future of our design, but to give the freedom to choose. To all beings that call this world home.
Freedom to choose, huh? What would my father and brother wish for? I wonder.
I don't think you need mystic visions to work that out. They just want you to be happy, right?
My gloom is no match for you, Shulk. It's just as you say. To become the hope of the High Entia is a fate I choose for myself. Those were the words Father imparted to me. There is no need to fear. That is how my brother encouraged me. I've been so impatient and homesick. I nearly forgot those most important words. I can hear Father lecturing me even now, chiding me for my foolishness. I give you my thanks, Shulk.
It's nothing.
To lack clear-cut answers is hardly a sin, but a sin it would be to cease searching for those answers altogether. For the High Entia who live on in this land, nay, not only the High Entia, for the sake of all the people of this world, that they may decide the future as equals. That is the vision I choose to guide me. That is the future I wish for.
Yeah, if anyone could make it happen, it's you. But I won't lie to you. The road ahead will be long and arduous. I hope you won't mind me lending a hand. After all, that's the future I want too.
Shulk. Indeed, it'll be my pleasure.
Shulk's hands are so big compared to Melia's. Boy got huge hands. Oh yeah. Alright. That thing looks so whack. I bet Yuki's Aegis with Marth. Damn! Lost to a worse character. Yikes. Holy. Not even Lucina. Truly a sad moment. No Robin. Truly unfortunate. Fuck. Don't. Oh my god. Hey, fight me up here. See me up here. Bitch. Oh.
Why would all those Telethia be gathering here in one place?
Transporter, over here!
Huh?
What is it?
The transporter is running.
So it is.
But how?
Maybe somebody activated it.
In any case, we can't afford to dally here.
Agreed. Let's go.
Alright. Onward to the next section. Woo! How does Alchemoth look like now? Is it still the ruins that I remember it being? Holy shit.
It's good to be back.
Home of Miss Melly needs some weeding. Housekeeping been slacking off.
Very true. We'll have our work cut out for us. What is it?
Look up there.
What is that thing?
Look like hole in sky.
That's simply impossible.
This world is still in its early days. That could explain the instability. That, or it's still being reborn.
Does that really explain this?
It could do.
That Fog King creature. Is it from...
It's a possibility.
In that case, it may well be lurking nearby. Let's stay together and keep a close lookout.
King of Fog not scary to Kino. Kino, how about turn around and toe to face? Bye-bye! Gotcha! Little joke there. Nay, big meanie! Mama?
A child's voice. Where?
Up there!
By befriending Conspectors from all three teams, you have unlocked the ability to perform a special coordinated attack, the Union Strike. Doing so requires spending 3 bars of the party gauge, but it deals damage to enemies in a wide area and has extra effects. There are 3 variations to choose from, each with special effects. Deals major damage to one enemy, Red Caress, heal and grant regen, and debuff immunization to allies. Force daze and strength down on enemies in an area. The more Conspectors you're able to befriend, the more powerful their Union Strike will become. When you use a Union Strike with all 3 allies, when you use a Union Strike while all 3 allies are capable of acting freely, an extra chance may sometimes occur. An extra chance lets you perform another Union Strike without using the party gauge. The probability of an extra chance occurring is higher the more Conspectors are in a state of high tension. After a Union Strike, the party's tension will go up, while all Conspectors in a state of high tension will revert to normal. Interesting. Alright. What's going on up here? Holy shit, what the fuck is that?
Over there!
The child is in danger. Quickly! Are you all right, child? Wait, Talon.
Ah, Miss Melia. You too, Shock? How did you...
We can talk later.
You're covered in black fluffy mist. So the scary king of fog?
Yeah, maybe so.
Let's give it our all.
Interesting.
King of fog all cleared up.
We can only hope. Look! The rift!
It's... Oh no! Look out!
That beam!
What about it, Shulk?
That was the same attack that brought down the junks.
Then that would mean...
It looks like we found our Fog King.
Yes, I would have to agree. What now, Shulk?
We might as well try. Nene.
Understand.
It won't work! You can't even land a scratch on it.
Melia! Kino!
Leave to me, ye faithful of pain!
Begone!
King of fog, bright dust!
It is just as Maxis said then. seem wise.
Okay, this should be far enough. Those things can't follow us all the way out here.
Oh? And you're certain of that?
Yeah, sure. The Telethia will keep us safe.
The Telethia will?
Well, that's what Radsum said. Though, I don't think they realize it themselves.
Ah. Right. Your mother was one of the affected.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't thanked you yet. Thanks a million for saving me back there.
Why were you alone in such a place? You could have been hurt.
Sorry, miss.
He get told? Pipe down, not obvious.
I snuck in to gather research material. But then I tripped over some rubble and,
And that's when you were spotted, huh? Were you the one who activated the transporter?
Yeah, I was given special permission so I could conduct my research. That said, I normally don't go anywhere without Big Sis.
You have a sister?
Well, we're not actually related. We've just been living here together.
If I remember correctly, you wanted to transform Telethia back.
Yeah. Oh, hey! My lab's over on the far end of Zen's thoroughfare. You want to come with? We can talk more there, where it's safe.
You have your own laboratory?
Not as grand as my old one, mind.
We still don't understand the Fog King, or the monster that attacked Teelan. Maybe the Telethia are connected to all this. Teelan's research could help us make sense of it all.
Yes, indeed.
The thing that attacked... Ah, you mean the Fog Beast?
Fog Beast? Is that what you've been calling them around here?
Fog Beasts always appear around the Fog King, so the name seemed appropriate.
Makes sense.
Right, I'll be going on ahead.
You won't be guiding us on the way?
I need to clean up, else there won't be anywhere to stand. All right, see you.
Hey, wait!
He's gone now.
What is it about science boffins? Always doing whatever they please.
Huh?
He get told? He probably have it coming.
Thrice damned fools. They think to second guess the will of the divine.
I knew that bitch had villain energy. In the arts manual shop, you can exchange arts coins for arts manuals to level up your favorite arts. You may obtain arts coins when defeating unique monsters and fog beasts. Defeating a given monster for the first time will always grant arts coin. Arts coins received for unique monsters and fog beasts you defeat before the shop opens should already be in your possession. You can check the coins you own in the arts manual shop. Alright, I will start this next story and then grab food. Food is always important. I usually prioritize food over gaming, unless I'm in the middle of something, then that's a tough call. Skybridge. Oh man. Hey yo, fuck this place, man. Tilan's laboratory.
How many times have I told you, you do not go there alone?
But I really needed that material.
Doesn't matter. Why did you disobey me? If something happened to you, we would lose everything.
Tyrea?
Melia!
Huh? Wait a second. You know Melia, big sis?
Tyrea's your big sis.
Right. That explains how you came to the capital just in time to save Teelan's skin.
Sorry.
Sorry for the trouble. Truly. Although I am glad you were there.
Yeah, you really helped me out, Shulk, Miss Melia. And you too, Kino, Nene.
Tyrea, I didn't expect to see you here, helping Teelan with his research.
Yes, well.
Tyrea, she's changed.
Teelan, I'm going outside for a bit to get some air.
Got it. I didn't know you all knew Big Sis Tyrea. How'd you meet each other?
Well, that's because Tyrea and I share an older brother.
Huh? Does that mean you and her are sisters then?
Sisters? No. It's rather more complicated. But sisters we are not.
Well, still, that means you know her from way back. What was she like? I've only known her here, in this place, so I gotta wonder how she was before.
She was... She was strong, both in body and in her conviction for doing what she thought was right.
Wow! Pretty much the same as how she is now then. When it comes to our research, she's even more committed than I am.
So she has not forgotten her mother.
Where did you and Tyrea meet?
It was when she saved me from the Fog King.
On a trip to Alchemoth, like today.
What? No. At the time, everyone was still living there.
Before the Fog King showed up?
Yeah, and then, after we all escaped, I was kind of on my own, so Tyrea brought me here for safety.
One moment. Teelan, was your father not still around?
My father was killed by the Fog King.
Is that so? I'm sorry.
Teelan just like Kino. Brave little pun.
I think I'll get some air too.
Go ahead. I've still got things to ask Teelan, so I'll stay with him.
Good, thank you. Shan't be long.
Miss Melly, Kino go too. Kino, please read room.
Tyrea.
Of all the people to meet out here,
How did you...
pure chance. After everything, I wandered aimlessly looking for somewhere to die. Then, at some point, I landed here.
So then, you were here all along?
That's right. And so, when the capital fell here, I thought Mother had finally granted me my boon.
But it was full of Telethia, and survivors cast adrift. Not to mention this Fog King.
Yes, he'd be the one to end it, or so I thought. Until fate had me save Teelan, and death ceased to be an option.
Your mother, she did not grant you a dying place. She gave you our future by crossing your path with Teelan's.
My helping with Teelan's research is a simple matter of give and take.
If you really believed that, you would not have treated him half so warmly. I can tell that when you look at Teelan, you see family. Even if it was once transactional, his research concerns the future of our race. That fact remains.
The future of the High Entia, huh? And what about you?
Me?
You must have heard. Our brethren in this land are suffering.
Yes.
You are the Imperial successor. The Crown Princess, war or no war. No. Empress now. What will you do about the future of our race?
I have not planned that far ahead. However, I know enough to realize what I must do right now.
I hope to see it. This future you will build for us. And when I do, I hope I'll be able to accept what I now am.
Empress Melia, so you are ready to lead us after all. It shall be my privilege to clear the stones from your path.
Miss Belly, you here?
Did you learn anything from Teelan?
A little. He said that for all the details, we ought to talk to Radzum in Grandel.
Meeting should be no problem. Teelan say he sent word to guard the Grandel ramparts to let friends through.
Before we visit this Radzum, I have something I wish to discuss with you all.
What is matter now?
The High Entia who live here now have lost all hope for the future. I have a duty. As the Imperial successor, I must safeguard their future. This will sound selfish, I know, but will you stand with me?
Of course I will, Melia.
Kino too. And also Nene.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. Right. Off to Grandel we go.
Alright. I'm still chewing, but I want to keep playing. So, I'm going to do just that. Grandel Ramparts. First, let me see if I can see this one.
Miss Tyrea seem like difficult sort of person to deal with.
Difficult, huh? Maybe so, but she's still far more mellow than before.
Miss Melia and Miss Tyrea know each other from where?
Well, it's a little complicated to explain.
Complicated how?
I'm just not quite sure where to begin. For one, Tyrea and I had never met until 1 year ago.
How's his too far apart, or...
I was not allowed to venture outside. Moreover, I never even knew of her existence. She, on the other hand, seemed to know about me. We never met because work had been busy.
But how Miss Melia never know her? If sisters, then of course she'd know.
That's true. How can I explain this? Tyrea and I have separate parents. Different fathers and different mothers, both.
Meme! In same boat as Nene and Kino, then!
Just like you and Kino, Tyrea and I are not related by blood. But we had a half-brother with whom we shared a parent each.
Half-brother?
No parents in common, but a brother we are both related to. Therefore, Tyrea and I are not exactly complete strangers.
Meh! Brain of Nene's starting to melt!
I'm sorry. I did say it's complicated.
Nene does not understand. If both have same brother, why cannot be one family together?
Our parents being different, I and Tyrea have led very different lives. We never even met, let alone behaved as a family. Neither knows how to relate to the other, and so we struggle on.
It sounds like Miss Melia and Miss Tyrea both feeling more like Kino.
How do you mean?
Kino also not talk to anyone at first. Very hidey shy.
I don't think I'd call myself or Tyrea shy, exactly.
If want to become good friends, but not know how to put in action, then it's exactly same. But as can see for self, now Nene and Kino super best of friends.
Do tell, how did you two achieve that? Would you teach me the way, please?
Answer is clear as day. Nene prescribed lots of play.
Play?
Also, sharing of yummy snacks and sleep together in same bed. If do that, become family in wink of eye.
I'm not sure I can do that with Tyrea. Seems like a lot.
Meh! Nene patience is exhaust. Miss Melia want to be sisters with Miss Tyrea or not?
Yes. I would really like that, I think.
So, now is best and only chance. No time for hemmings and hawings.
Best and only. Perhaps you're right.
Okay, then now Miss Melia go and say, "Hey, Sister Bon, come play."
Right now? I need some time to compose myself.
If Miss Melia must, but have to promise to ask soon.
Yes, I will. One day very soon.
Why are you barking? Bruh, he's not even bothering you.
Greetings. We have heard from Teelan that a man called Radzim lives within these walls.
Ah, friends of Teelan's, are you? We've been expecting you. Go on, in you get.
You're letting us straight through?
You don't look particularly concerning, is all. These walls are imposing, but they aren't here for controlling foot traffic. They're to keep savage monsters from having themselves a rampage.
Most sensible. Well, we'll be going then.
Thankings. Sorry for time taking. True. Scales so shiny and sparkly.
It looks the same as any Armu, if you ask me.
Different subtle. Sure is.
Really?
Pardon me? Have you come from Companion's Cape, by any chance?
We've just come from the laboratory. But we were at the Cape just before that.
And was everyone there all right?
Yes, it seemed to me.
Thank goodness. That's a relief to hear.
Is something wrong?
You may be aware, but originally, we all lived here together, as a group.
But then, some left because there are Machina here.
Exactly. At first, we managed to tolerate each other in relative harmony. Obviously, we had our share of friction.
What happened?
Well, the final straw was something trivial. The Companions tried all sorts of ploys to retake the capital, but none of the plans succeeded. Many soldiers were lost this way. One Machina had had enough, and told them to just give up.
And that's when it happened?
Yeah. They shouted, if you rust rats hadn't betrayed us, we wouldn't have lost our brethren and our homes in the first place. Things got heated, and then they left and didn't look back.
They shouldn't have forgotten that we all lost friends, family, and homes.
They're soldiers, ma'am. In the war, they put everything on the line for their country. And so...
when their country was taken from them, the extent of their anger and resentment was fully understandable.
Yes. Still, we who stayed behind don't bear them any grudges. They protected us all, for a long time regardless of race. And bear in mind, in the end, they didn't cast the Machina out. They left the safety of our walls of their own volition. That's why we pledged that if they chose to return, we'd welcome them back and meet them with a smile.
I will do whatever is in my power to make it so.
Day, white eyes sweating. Inflammation of tear ducts.
By the way, we have heard that someone by the name of Radsum lives here.
Radsum? Yes, he lives over there.
Over there? Thank you. Very kind.
It was Radsum, actually. He was the one who told the Companions to give up their quest.
Right. I see.
All right. Let's go and see him straight away.
Yes, let's.
I think I tried beating the DLC, and I struggled. Like, I think I got stuck on the 4th map.
Are you perchance Radsum?
Yeah, that's me. How do you know my name?
Teelan mentioned you. You are his fellow researcher.
Oh, I see. Teelan sent you. Him and Tyree are still getting on okay?
Quite. Though she did give him a good scolding earlier.
Went to Alchemoth again, did he? I did warn him not to be reckless. But when it comes to his research, that boy has tunnel vision. To be honest, so does Tyree.
Does she come here much as well?
No, hardly ever. She's even more focused on the work than Teelan. I couldn't begin to guess why she's so driven.
It must be about her mother after all.
Radsum, we have questions. About the Fog King.
I see. That's why you're so curious.
We need more to go on. What can you tell us?
Because of the Telethia's ether field, the Fog King and his fog beasts seem, well, unable to escape Alchemoth.
Ether field?
Yeah. It's the means by which Telethia eliminate any excess ether that they absorb. Now, the Fog King and his beasts happen to give off an awful lot of ether.
I see. So all Telethia in the vicinity flock there, to feed on the ether, and as a result, keep the threat contained.
Oh, this hot noggin of Kino.
It get worse if not shut up.
But my ether, it worked against fog beasts, but not the Fog King. Or rather, it didn't even seem to make direct contact with him.
Shulk, Melia, would you do me a favor and head to Teelin's lab, borrow his Telethia research notes for me?
Sure, we can do that for you.
There's something I'd like to look up about the Telethia's ether field.
Understood.
On another note, we heard that you spoke out against the companions.
I voiced an opinion, yes. I can understand their impatience. Their ancestral home was right there. However, I couldn't abide watching them throw away more lives for nothing.
Nothing. Sounds quite stark.
At first, there were hundreds of us living here. But now, well, you've seen for yourselves.
And all because of the Fog King.
Yeah. So I think you can see why I said what I said. If we end up extinct, we'll have won nothing.
Well spoken. But I'm sure the companions...
Damn the
would find
Melia
those
got
words
no
hard
cake.
to swallow. I'm sorry. Your people are no more free to go home than we are.
No need for you to apologize, Melia. In truth, it's not costing me any sleep. They seem to be catching on too. After all, they've stayed put since then.
When you put it like that... The people of Grandel, they're living under considerable strain, not knowing what became of their homes, and with no means of return.
But that's also true of Maxis. His people lost their homes too.
Yes, but they're feeling desperate, and it's making them unreasonable.
It too sad.
We were like that too once, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
That true?
But we learned, eventually. All because we wanted to protect the world. And we made that dream a reality.
Look, bro, a pancake still has cake in it.
Overcoming our prejudice gave us strength in unity, because we shared a goal.
Radzum's folk, the companions, and us as well. We all share the same goal.
Defeating the Fog King and returning home.
Sounds like job for Hero Punkino. Just let Nene at him.
Thank you, everyone.
Mama, what that thing?
Is that...
It's like the one we saw in Alchemoth, but much, much larger.
You're right.
Shulk, let's see if we can get closer.
Yeah.
Guess the only thing I can do now is onwards. I can't talk. Why do you guys have quest markers when I can't even trigger them? That makes no sense. Oh, up here.
What is happening over there?
Miss Melly, look! Ahead!
The fog.
Huh? Fog beasts?
Here they come!
No time for deliberations. Let's go, Shulk.
Got it!
Yeah, yo, I like this music though.
Listening to Box while committing animal cruelty.
No, not like this.
Ready? 1, 2. I'm gonna go right down. That
Nice.
food hit different.
And not come back!
Shulk. The fog beasts were meant to be confined within Alchemoth.
I don't think that's where those ones came from.
What do you mean?
The rift made normal monsters transform into fog beasts.
Oh no, Grandel!
Ah,
What is matter?
the Armus could turn into fog beasts.
Meh, no one to picture that. Must hurry to rescue.
Your instinct was right, Melia.
Yes, although the rift's influence is spreading far too quickly. Ratson, are you fine?
Miss Melia, these Armus, it was so sudden.
You can explain later. Let us do the fighting here. You should seek refuge.
Right you are.
Stop those Armus.
Yeah.
Bad army. Go to bed without din-dins. Hino, show off marching skills.
Shit. Yeah, that's right. Hit him with the nay-nay.
Thank you for that.
Was everyone all right?
Yeah. No major injuries to speak of. All thanks to you, of course.
Kino accepts a year's supply of sweet wasabi as reward. Real Heropon never has compensation. Or it say that?
Shulk, was it the rift's expanding influence that's responsible for our Armu's transformation?
Looks like it. We saw it happen before, too. Regular monsters turned into fog beasts, just like that.
That suggests more fog beasts will appear if the rift continues to spread its vileness. Consider, With the size it was before, the rift's effect was limited to the area within the capital. But now it's getting wider.
One moment. In that case, if the rift keeps growing larger...
All monsters everywhere could be changed by the fog.
We must find a way to fight back.
We'll need those research notes for that. Let's head for the lab.
Right.
Back to the lab again.
Villain! What do you want?
You stand in the way of a new age dawning.
Sis, I'm scared. It's all right. I'll protect you. And I'll work, I swear.
Behold, the widening rift in the sky. It's proof definite the world abhors you.
Spare me your ravings.
Oh, Lady Melia, the hope of our race.
Gelgar, what is this treachery?
As you can see, I am sweeping away some pebbles. Their research is blasphemy against the commingled blood.
Don't you comprehend the import of what you're interrupting? The very future of our race hinges on their work.
You think this is the future? This reactionary struggle to revive what is long buried? The future of the High Entia is us. We are what the race ought to become. We are the true face of the High Entia.
If not for our ancestors, we would never even have drawn breath.
Ancestors? I recognize them not. You, Lady Melia, are our progenitor. You were our beginning, and you will be our future.
Senseless drivel. If you would interfere with this research for the sake of spouting your nonsense, you do not deserve my mercy.
Melia.
Why won't you understand? Why won't you accept that we are the ones destined to lead?
You will not so easily refute our
Please
history.
just kill this guy.
So be it. I reject you. I will take the mantle and become father of our kin.
It's time! Fuck him up! Wait, what? Oh shit! No! I'm dead! What? No, I just got fucked up. No, I can defeat the boss. Fuck you mean? Shit. Why am I taking damage? Fuck! You're kidding me. Are they really that strong? No, they can't be. I should be strong enough, right? Fuck! Okay, I have like no heals. So I'm wondering, do I even need Melia? Okay, so... I definitely need a healer. Yes! Yes!
I know I am not wrong. I'm not.
I will spare you. Just be gone from my sight.
No! The lab! Melia! Miss Melia!
No! Idiots!
The crown is mine now.
Talon!
Vixis, help! Better safe than sorry. The pure blood meets its end today.
Are you okay, Talon?
Telethia, here! Damn!
Miss Melia!
She's okay. She's all right.
I'm sorry. I couldn't save the future.
Melia!
Miss Melia!
Kino, you did it! Applause.
Where?
We're in Ransom's house. The lab went up in flames, so we carried you here.
The lab. I'm sorry, Talon. I failed you.
Miss Melia?
You damn fool! What possessed you to do that? What happened to safeguarding the future of the High Entia? And bringing our brethren back home, were those just words to you? You should think long and hard about what the death of a leader would mean for us!
Come on, big sis. That's enough.
Don't defend her. This idiot child.
I had to.
What?
To protect it at all cost. The research.
How can you be so fixated on that?
Our salvation lies therein. I believe it now.
Melia!
And yet, ultimately it was for naught. I caused trouble for everyone. And I couldn't even save the documents.
Poor Miss Melly.
That's not true. If you and your friends hadn't come when you did, there might not have been anything left of the research to continue with. And also, here.
What's this?
It's the book you carried out of the fire. Ring any bells?
This tome. We found it in the tomb.
Yeah. The book that started my research. If we have this, me and Tyrea can carry on with our work. Sis, are you with me?
Yes, right. We can study the problem until we make some headway.
Miss Melia, thank you.
Likewise.
Talon. Tyrea.
You've only just woken up. Come on, we'll let you rest.
Yes. Thank you.
What that for? Kino used Tranquil Snooze for sweet dreams. That seemed extremely excessive,
This might just be what we need to defeat the Fog King.
Yeah.
Feeling better?
Yes. Much better now.
What a relief.
Miss Melly, good as new. Kino saved day again. Less braggy, please.
Friends, I'm sorry I worried you. and I abused your hospitality. Please forgive me.
No. You saved this place and we owe you. Big time. This was the least I could do.
I will not stop now. I swear to do what I can for the good of Grandel.
I appreciate it. Just don't go running yourself ragged for us.
I promise. We seem to be missing Tyrea.
Oh, if you're looking for her, she figured the fog beasts might strike again, so she went out on patrol.
The likes of us aren't exactly trained for battle, so really, any help is welcome.
You're right. I feel sorry for any beasts that wander into Tyrea's path. By the way, did I hear you mention something about defeating the Fog King?
All thanks to our friend's research.
Is that so?
Quite.
A sterling achievement, Teelan.
Just an accident.
Still, even so, your devotion to your mother may well have saved our future. All right. What do we have to do? How do we defeat the Fog King?
We found ether attacks effective against fog beasts, but not against the Fog King. That's because the ether's concentration was too low.
Concentration?
Concentration? Pipe down when adults talking, dum-dum. But Kino's so bored.
The whole thing got me wondering, why did fog beasts appear when the rift got wider? I think the intensity of the rift's rays exceeded the density of the Telethia's ether field.
None of that makes any sense to me. How is the density connected to the Fog King?
If we could put up an ether field denser than the Telethia's, the Fog King will become vulnerable.
How does one put up an ether field? Secondly, where does one obtain such highly concentrated ether?
For the field, I think this guy will do the job, with a little tinkering.
In that case, it's just a matter of gathering up enough high-purity ether crystals, except...
Except what?
Those kinds of ether crystals are extremely rare. I'm not sure where I'd even start looking. There might be none at all around here.
Oh, cheer up, all of you. It is not a foregone conclusion. And in any scenario, if we cannot defeat the Fog King without them, we will have to keep looking until we find them.
True enough.
Good. Then let us start by asking around.
Hey!
Alright. A high ether crystal, eh? Well, it's the first I've heard of it. But now that I think about it, I might actually have a rough idea of where to find one. I hope it's what you're looking for. Blast, you know what? I can't recall. It was a long time ago, so my memory's a little hazy. Sorry, your best bet might be asking a fellow squadsman of mine. He's on the ramparts and bound to know more. I'm struggling with the gate. A high ether crystal? Ah, I think I know what you're getting at here. I'm not entirely sure on the location, but I knew there's supposed to be a very rare ether deposit near here. An old lady called Sarja told me about it. You might better off talking to her about the details. I got interested myself and even tried searching around Nerthis Necropolis, but couldn't find a thing. From what Sarja told me, there's a good chance it's inside of a cave, so that's why I thought it was a place to start. Alas, if it really is in a cave and it's not there, then I'm stumped. Still, that doesn't mean much. There'll be other places to check. Can't say for certain, of course, but I do think we're talking about the same thing here. I expect you'll find Sarja at Hero's Rest, down the south end of Granda. She's a kind old bird, always worrying about our welfare and that. Anyhow, I'll get better back to my shift. Hope I was able to help a little. Hero's Rest. Yes? Ah, the guard at the ramparts told you, didn't he? He and my late friend were on good terms. Naturally, I had to regale the man with tales of my friend's escapades. I believe that one may be particular of interest to you is the time of this friend, a high Entia man, discovered a crystal. He was a real go-getter, that man. Always straight trapsing around exploring from the day he set foot on the shoulder. He would tell me all sorts of stories from his adventures to entertain little old me. I remember like yesterday, the sky was a brilliant blue, birds were singing. I'd come to pay my respects at the graveyard like any other day. And then along he came with the biggest smile on his face and took out an object wrapped in cloth. He said he'd found a strange crystal alongside an ether deposit. And what a light it gave off. The cloth was wrapped in wasn't enough to stop it shining through. Ah, it was a sight to behold. The core was translucent, yet it gave off a pale glow. Warm, yet somehow ice cold. It was like being bathed in turquoise sunlight. I'd never seen anything more beautiful, and I don't believe I ever will. Sadly, it dwindled to nothing in a matter of minutes. If there'd been anything left of it, I would have kept it as a memento, I'm sure. I remember him telling me how incredibly large the deposit was, drooping down from the ceiling above. From his description, I imagine it might have looked something like a stalactite, which is why I'm convinced that it must have been in some sort of cavern. And despite the deposit's size, the crystal he retrieved from it fit comfortably in the palm. It must have been formed over a long period of time. Ideally, he could have told you exactly where it was located, but I'm afraid it is not possible because he is sleeping here quite peacefully now, and cannot really be disturbed. I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you the exact location, my dears. Still, I hope that my little antidote was of some use to you. I pray that you too will be able to find what you seek. Thank you, Sarja. This is going to be a great help to us. We'd better report back to Redzam. Oh shit. Damn. Oh. I think there's more besides that at Heroes Rest. I just didn't check. That's how things are. It seems we owe Miss Sarsha and her friend a debt of gratitude for the valuable information they provided us. It's just my conjecture, but the crystal may have been highly responsive to heat and sublimated when exposed to sunlight. It's fascinating, isn't it? I have to say, its properties are quite unusual. And I agree with Sarja. I think that it would be found in a cave, like she said. So the soldier said he'd already searched Nerthus Necropolis, huh? Alright, let's think of other options then. If you follow Fime Lane, which breaks off from Thulis Way towards the northwest, you'll reach the Forbidden Hushland. It's a dangerous place though, so it hasn't been mapped out very thoroughly. Nevertheless, there is meant to be a cave-like location thereabouts. The man who found the crystal must have been a formidable swordsman. It may be from him that news of the cave's existence reached us, very worthy. I pray that you find the high ether crystal there indeed. You are the only ones who can rely on to harvest it, I'm afraid. Good luck. And if you do find high ether crystal, be careful to keep it away from strong light as you carry it back. Yeah, I'll fast travel. Or I'll just, wait for nighttime. Look at all these chickens. It's great. But yeah, that's all the time I really got. Anything past that will be tomorrow. As always, thanks for watching. How do they taste? They say they don't taste good, but I would probably beg to differ. They're all lined up too. Catch you later, mate. Yeah. Till next time, tomorrow for sure, I will try to finish this. There's a good chance that I will. I'm really seeing it. A vision. Alright. Peace.